are back meeting with people whose lives were upended in some ways when they found out the truth of their family tree. Like my guest, Real Housewives of New York alum Jill Zarin and her daughter, Ali Shapiro. Ali recently sparked headlines when she revealed in a viral TikTok post that at age 20, she discovered that her father, Stephen Shapiro, was not her biological father and that Jill had conceived her with the help of an anonymous sperm donor. So you learned this information, and how soon after did you start searching for more answers?
My mom had actually knew of a website where you could find your other half-siblings, and we set up an account. It's all user-generated, and we very quickly found a half-sibling.
It's called DonorsSiblingRegistry.org for anybody else who's looking, and my late husband, Bobby, found it in the New York Times, a story. He cut it out for me, and only months later did this happen. It was almost like God knew. Right away, as soon as Allison knew, I registered right away. It's free, or whatever it is, nominal. And I was able to put in whatever information I had, which was limited. I knew the number was 62. I knew the lab in New York City. And then 3 months later, I get an alert, an email, that there's a message on Donor Sibling Registry for me from someone who answered to searching for 62, and I'll let Ali take it from there.
Right, so we met. I met her family. She was really sweet. She
about the same age.
About the same age as me. And we started this friendship relationship over a few years. And over the years, we started meeting other half-siblings.
And how many in total half-siblings did you meet?
I think it was one girl and maybe 5 or 6 boys.
Yeah, I read about you met 7 half-siblings.
Yeah.
So there you are. You've gone from an only child to multiple half-siblings.
Right. Very quickly.
Were you interested in knowing them? What did you want out of the experience in knowing them?
I think initially it was really exciting to have all these half-siblings because, like, as you said, I was an only child. But honestly, the only thing we had in common was our genes. And genetically, I didn't feel like I looked much like them. No one had blue eyes. They were all tall. And I just felt like something wasn't 100% right, but we had all the same paperwork. We didn't think a DNA test was necessary because I'm not getting a kidney from them. Like, nothing's gonna happen.
So you're like, okay, I found them, here we go. So you and your half-siblings go in search of number 62.
Yes.
You find number 62.
Yes.
Does he correspond with you? Is he receptive to you searching for him?
Yeah, some of the siblings met our biological father. I was put in a WhatsApp group chat with him, but for some reason, I didn't feel like this huge need or desire to meet him because from my perspective, I had my dad and I had my stepdad. He died, Bobby died 4 years ago. And so for some reason, I just felt like maybe it would tarnish his legacy or something that I just felt like.
So you kind of like, I know who it is, but I don't need a relationship,
Right.
right? And then you get something from a stranger, a note from a stranger?
Yes. One day on our ancestry website that I'm on for my, genetic testing, I got a message from someone and it literally said, "This is your father." And it was not donor 62.
Okay.
And
Stay
it gets
right there. Please
better.
don't say a word, Jill. Don't say a word. When we come back, it's not number 62. Then who is it? More with Jill Zarin and her daughter, Ali Shapiro. Welcome back, Tampa, and we are back with Bravo reality star Jill Zarin and her daughter, Ali Shapiro, who recently went viral on TikTok when she revealed that she discovered she was conceived with the help of a sperm donor and not the man she grew up believing was her father. Before we went to break, Ali, you found number 62, which is all your mother knew about the sperm donor. And then you get a bombshell of a message from someone saying that they are your biological father. And it's not number 62.
Right. He had donated sperm in the early 90s and was a different number at the same bank. And he's like, it looks like we're a match.
How did he know this?
23andMe.
Wow.
Well, we knew 62 was someone else, so we're like, who are you?
Who are you? Right.
And he's number 73.
Yeah.
By the way, we'll call him 73.
Number 73.
Yeah.
What happened here? Was this a paperwork mix-up? What happened?
The woman who actually worked the paperwork with me disappeared. For many, I don't know what happened to her. I tried to find her. And it turns out my sister ran into someone with the same last name, and he was her son, and she had an accident. She's alive, but she lost a lot of her capacity, and that's why I never could find her. So I couldn't ask her.
So no one quite knows what happened, but
No.
we did reach out to that sperm bank for a comment, but we've not heard back. Separate and apart from all of that, it turns out number 73 is your biological father. Did you meet with him? Did you desire to meet with him? Where does that stand?
We quickly started emailing. I've been emailing him over the years. I emailed him telling him I was coming here today. He wants to keep his privacy, but he is open to meeting with me. Through him, I have found 4 other half-sisters.
And guess what?
What?
They all have blue eyes.
They all have blue eyes.
They all look like her. Yes. There's the connection, the mirror.
And have you gotten to know those half-siblings?
Yeah, so one of them I've become very close with. She was born in Manhattan, moved to upstate New York pretty quickly. Her mom was a single mom, so she knew her whole life. And I think some people do know their whole lives, that their mom used a sperm donor
We've
to
done
conceive
shows
them.
on it, yes.
Right, so my case was different, which is why I think I have less of this desire to meet him, because so much of this wasn't in my control. I feel like finally this is in my control when I can meet him. So I'm looking forward to, but I just haven't been ready yet.
Jill, they say everything happens for a reason. What do you think the overall lesson, though, here is? Or is there anything that you
Well,
want to
there's
share?
definitely something I would like to share with anyone who's in the same situation in the early 90s, late 80s. It was even more of the Wild West. I don't even know if they gave you a number. They literally like just did it and just pretended that it didn't happen. I think you've got to share the secret. I think the secret's because these kids are on these genetic testing things, and don't let them find out that way. Wow. But yeah, if you have the power to tell your children, the sooner the better.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. Of all the things you revealed on The Real Housewives, this never came up.
No.
Were you worried that someone would try to weave it into a storyline? Because this is juicier than any storyline that I've seen on it.
I was worried that someone in the family could leak it to the press, who had knowledge of the secret, but it didn't happen, thank God.
You guys had BravoCon in New York. Thousands and thousands of fans showed up. You were there. People are curious. You departed from the show in 2011.
Yeah.
You've been back on
Ultimate Girls Trip.
Ultimate Girls
which is on
Trip.
now.
Do you want to return as a permanent part? Where does this stand? Because fans always ask.
I know, they ask me every day. The truth is I've moved on in my life a long time ago, and I came back for Ultimate Girls Trip, and I had a great time doing it. I don't know what my future holds. I think there was a lot of talk that it was going to start now, and I was kind of thinking about it, you know, that it would be something, but now it didn't happen now, and I don't know, in 6 months from now, I'm already getting ready to go to Florida. So, I don't know. I don't know
like
what the
I've
future
literally
holds.
moved on. I'm in a whole nother state.
I'm in a whole nother state. So you know what? What's meant to be is meant to be.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things I know, that's so true. One of the things that you're focused on with Allie, and I love this, you have these beautiful candles. Tell me a little bit about this business that you've launched into together. And by the way, this is amazing. It's a part of your home decor line.
Yeah, thank you. During COVID, we started tie-dyeing masks in our backyard.
I got some. You sent me masks, and I love the masks.
We need to give you more for your audience. But yeah, we started this mask business, and it quickly pivoted into something much larger, and we started these crystal manifestation candles.
What are the manifestation candles?
So they all have a different message, a different mantra. They have these large crystals in them. We have like 20 different crystals.
I love this. Good vibes only. That's the one you brought me?
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations on this. And I love that
Thank you.
you've become even closer. And that you decided to share this with other people because, as we always say, you're never alone on this journey. Somebody's going through the same thing. Thank you so much, Jill and Allie. Thank you for this. By the way, go to TamronHallShow.com to find out where you can buy Jill and Allie's crystal manifestation candles. And guess what? Everyone in the audience is getting one! Oh, my gosh. I love this. This is delicious. Good vibes only. Light to exhale the bad energy and bring in the good. Well, you brought in some good energy. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Jill.
Love you.
Love you more.
Thank you.
Thank you.